everyone, this is your educator. So, I am from Step Up PUC and I will be teaching subjects like statistics, economics, business studies, and accountancy. Today, the first chapter that we'll be covering will be Introduction to Statistics, Meaning and Scope. So, what is statistics? The statistics was derived from this Latin word called status, or the Italian word statista, or the German word statistics, or the French word statistics. There's a typo error here. Each of which means a political state. So then, let's come to who is father of statistics. Father of statistics was Sir Ronald A. Fisher. He was the global father of statistics, and father of Indian statistics was Prashant Chandra Mahalanobis. Okay, these two names must be remembered because this can be questioned majorly in the MCQs, or even they can even question this through a one marker. Then so statistics has many definitions. In singular sense, it stands for collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of numerical data. In plural sense, here they're saying is, see, in singular sense, it means a wide definition for statistics. In plural sense, there are many types of definitions by different people who have studied statistics in detail. One of them is A.L. Bowley. So, according to A.L. Bowley, statistics is the science of counting, or it is the science of averages. Then A.L. Boddington says that statistics is the science of estimates and probabilities. Croxton and Cowden says statistics is the science of collection, presentation, analysis, interpretation of numerical data. Then Professor Horace Secrus is one of the most important definitions and is generally asked for 2 markers. And he says statistics may be derived as the aggregate of facts affected to marked extent by a multiplicity of causes numerically expressed, enumerated, or estimated according to a responsible standard of accuracy, collected in a systematic manner for a predetermined purpose and placed in relationship to each other. So, if they ask you to define statistics, either you can write in singular sense. In singular sense, if the word order changes, it is fine. But when you are writing definition according to A.L. Bowley, A.L. Boddington, Croxton and Cowden, or Professor Horace Secrus, you have to make sure that your word to word is correct. And generally, if they want you to, if they specify, define definition of statistics according to Professor Horace Secrus, it's generally a 2 marker. Then coming to the features of statistics. Statistics has numerous features. One of them being it is single or isolated items and cannot be considered as if the data what we are looking into is singular or isolated, it cannot be considered as statistics. For example, age of Mohan is not it cannot be considered as statistics until and unless we're comparing the lifespan of people. Okay, statistics is affected by multiplicity of causes. Make To find one stat or one report, you there are many causes that you have to there are many types of investigation, many causes that has to be noted, or else statistics cannot be, the stats of or a document cannot be found. Statistics is always numerically expressed. You cannot express it in emotions or any kind of um, activities that are not numerically expressed. Statistics is enumerated and expressed. It is enumerated, it is concised and expressed well. Data should be collected in a systematic manner. A proper plan should be made and trained investigator. Always a person who has studied statistics, who knows how to collect the data properly, should do it. Not everyone can, sit and collect data and then put it into statistics. It might be wrong. Okay, data should be collected for predetermined purpose. There should always be a purpose for which we're collecting data. You just cannot sit and collect data. Statistics should be placed in relationship to each other. There should be a relationship for what you're finding and whatever you're finding. So suppose finding the ages of people, I mean the average age of people, will find average age of people. You can't compare average age of people with average heights of the tree, you know. So statistics should be placed in relationship to each other. Then note, it should it should be a meaningless it should be meaningless to compare the heights of the students with heights of the tree, as I just mentioned before. And the statistical data, quantitative or numerical, that can be counted, measured and compared, analyzed, and are used to draw conclusion and make wise decisions. So the statistical data, quantitative or numerical, they are counted, measured, and they are always measured in units, and they are used to draw conclusions. Statistics is made for the last. So in a business, if you're making statistics, it is used to conclude the analysis of your data and make the right decision for what is the right decision for I'm sorry, what is the right decision of where should I take my business? Should I invest in this company? Should I not invest in this company? Should we make this new product? Should we not make this product? All is dependent on statistics. Branches of applied statistics. So statistics have couple of branches around different subjects. Statistics is not only limited to business, it is a very vast subject. So biometry biometry is called statistics and biology. Econometry is statistics and economics, study of statistics and economics. Demography, study of statistics and human population. What population control happens, or measurement, or they do know, every 10 years they go check how many people are there in your house, number of people and everything. So that is called demography. Statistical quality control of manufactured goods. So the goods that are produced, the quality is controlled through this method called statistical quality control, SQC. Actuarial science, statistics in insurance. Stylometry, statistics in literature. Psychometry, statistics in psychology. Functions of statistics. It simplifies the complexity of data, or it reduces the bulk of the data. It helps in comparison. It studies the extent of relationship. It helps in the administration of a state. By using statistical trends and tendencies can be studied. It helps in the formulation of problems and testing of hypotheses. Okay. Limitations of applied statistics. It does not deal with individual items. It deals with quantitative data and not qualitative data. Statistical laws are not exact. They are only true on an average. Statistical conclusions are not exact. Skilled person should handle data, otherwise it is viable to be misused. Data can be very easily misused if the person who's handling the data is not skilled. There are many reasons why statistics can be distrust. One, the figures can be easily believed, ignoring the limitations of statistics, misuses of the figure, inadequate samples, lack of subject knowledge. All this causes distrust in statistics. People don't believe stats easily. Basic concepts of statistics, statistical investigation. So these are the basic concepts that are asked for 2 markers. You have to study this carefully. Before this, what we did, terms like features, features, functions, these both can be asked as 5 markers. The causes of distrust can be asked as 2 markers. Okay. And definition of statistics is also for 2 markers. Some branches of applied statistics generally comes for 1 marker in the MCQs, or the 1 marker questions. Okay, so there are basic concepts of statistics. Statistical investigation, a study of various characteristics relating to individual or items belonging to a particular group. This is basically talking about if I am studying a group of children's marks. Okay, so the process of me studying is called statistical investigation. Population, the children who are involved in the study is the population. The group of individuals under the study is called population. Sample, the one. So if I'm studying a a class of 50 students. In that, I only study a representative parts. Okay, selected students. Maybe out of 50, I'm only studying the 15 students. Okay, so that is a representative part of the population. Okay, out of the whole population, I'm only studying 15 students, so they are the representative part of the population, and they are called a sample size, the number of units. So out of 50, 15, the number 15 is the sample size, the number of units in the sample. Okay, finite population, a population containing a countable number of objects or items. So these 50 students are countable. Okay, so that's why they are a finite population. Infinite population is of a uncountable nature. Can I sit and count my hair? No. Why? Because they are uncountable nature. Okay, quantitative characteristics, a characteristic which cannot be numerically expressed. Okay, sorry, a quantitative characteristics which can be numerically expressed, my bad. um Age of students, number of trees in the garden, number of goods sold, is all quantitative characteristics, whereas qualitative characteristics which cannot be numerically measured. Okay, and so examples of qualitative characteristics can be beauty, um, a discipline, emotions, everything is a qualitative characteristics. They cannot be measured numerically, while as quantitative characteristics it can always be measured numerically. These are some more continued basic concepts of statistics. Variable, a quantitative characteristics that varies from one unit to unit. So heights of a student, number of trees in the garden, these two are units are different, but these two are quantitative characteristics, so these are called variables. Okay, there are two types of variables: discrete and continuous. Discrete variable, the variable which assumes only specified value in the given range. Okay, so for example, number of accidents occurring at a junction every day. So there are a number of telephone calls received at an exchange. Okay, at an exchange there are so many calls received, but we are only assuming the particular calls from, okay, from my house there are only particular calls coming. Okay, so those are the assumed values, assumed only specific values. Continuous variable which assumes all the value in the given region. All the calls that are coming to the exchange come under continuous variable. Okay. Attribute, a qualitative characteristic that varies from person to person. Okay, so example, honesty, poverty, success, intelligence, beauty, etc. There are two types of scales of measurement: nominal scale, ordinal scale. There's nothing to define in both of these scales. You just need to know their names for a 2 marker or a 1 marker. So this is the basic concepts of statistics. Whatever I have spoken about, I have described, I have told you how many marks each chapter contains. You can look into the video once more, and if any doubts you can put it down in the comment box. I will surely revert it back to you. Thank you so much. Please like and share to the channels and subscribe it for more videos related to statistics. The next chapter will be coming soon, and I've also be posting business studies, economics, English, and accountancy. So please stay tuned to this channel for more education content related to first PUC. Thank you.